Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be learning how to make this sweater vest in the easiest way. It's made of 3 parts connected together, the front panel, 2 parts and the back panel. Front side is made of 2 stitches, this camel stitch and then the double crochet stitch. The back is just made of double crochet stitches, and of course this ridge in the end of the sweater, at the bottom of the sweater. I have also made this matching gloves. I will leave the link in the description box and in the little eye above. So to clear what we are going to do, we are going to make the front panel first, which is made of 2 sides. We are going to be increasing in the first 8 rows, and it's just vertical rows, and then we are going to connect them together, then make the bridge. Then we are going to make the back panel, which is just going to be this big vertical lines, no increasing here. So simple. This is for size medium to large, and I will write in the description box how much I have used and what I have used and how much I have used. Starting by making a slip knot using a crochet hook 5.5 millimeter. I'm going to crochet 2 chains, 1, 2. Now yarn over your hook and insert your hook in the first stitch. Starting by making the camel stitches, we are going to yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over and pull through 3. To make the second stitch, we yarn over, yarn over and insert your hook into the chain part, not the stitch part. Then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 3 of them. I'm going to show you. Insert your hook into the chain part, not the stitch, not the 2 loops, just the 1 loop. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over and pull through 3 of them. The first row is the one that is kind of tricky, but the rest are just too easy. Yarn over, pull and insert your hook into the chain part, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through the 3 of them. For the first row, I have made 70 stitches. To start on your next row, you're going to chain 1, flip over your work, and you're going to insert your hook not into the stitch, not into the 2 loops, but into the chain part. This chain that is under the loops, under the stitch. Yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through the 3 of them. See, not in the stitch, but you're going to insert your hook into the chain part, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through 3 of them. You are going to insert a half double crochet stitch into each chain of the row, so 70 half double crochet stitches. I'm going to meet you at the end of the row. Here I am at the end of the row. I'm not going to increase yet. I'm just going to make another row to start on your next row. Chain 1, flip over your work, and you're just going to continue putting 1/2 double crochet stitch into each row. We are not increasing here, it's going to be the bottom on this side for me, and I'm going to increase on the end of the row. I'm going to show you in a second. To increase here. I'm going to meet you at the end of the row. So here I am at the end of my row. To increase, we are going to insert 2/2 double crochet stitches into this chain, into the last chain. So 1, and into the same chain insert a second 1/2 double crochet stitch. Chain 1, flip over your work, and we are still increasing. We are going to put 3 1/2 double crochet stitches into the first chain this time. So 1, the second one, number 2, 3. We are increasing to make the neckline. We are now going to continue inserting 1/2 double crochet stitch into each chain for the remaining of the row. So here I am at the end of the row, and that's going to be the bottom of the sweater, so we are not increasing here. Inserting my last 1/2 double crochet stitch for this row, chain 1, flip over your work, and insert 1/2 double crochet stitch into each chain. No increasing on this side. Here I am at the end of the row for the neckline, and we are going to insert 3 1/2 double crochet stitches into the last chain. 1, and 3. Chain 1, over your work, inserting 3 1/2 double crochet stitches into this first chain. We are going to continue increasing until row number 8. So here I am finished my 8th row. So now no more increasing. We are just going to insert 1/2 double crochet stitch into each chain, which is going to leave us with 83 chain. Continuing with this camel stitch until row number 17, as you can see. Row number 17, and now I'm going to start switching the stitch by making a double crochet stitch. So chain 2, flip over your work, and now I'm inserting my hook into the stitch part, into the 2 loops, making a double crochet stitch. Insert your hook into the chain part, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through 2. We are going to continue like this until row number 25. After this, we are going to make the other side the exact same pattern. So here are my 2 sides for the front panel. and now we are just going to connect them together. I'm going to stitch them together in a way that shows like they have never been stitched, like they are just one part. I'm going to show you how. Make a slip knot. Insert your hook into the chain part for the side, for the first side, and in the stitch part for the second side, and then make a simple slip stitch. Continue with the half double crochet stitch, and we're going to chain along the way. I'm going to show you one more time. Here are the stitching. You can barely tell that's the stitch. Looks like a part of the pattern. Inserting your hook into the chain part for the first side and into the stitch part for the second side. Then make a simple slip stitch. Now chain one and finish your work. So here is the front panel, and now I'm going to start by making the bridge. Right. To start making the bridge, we are going to chain one and make a single crochet stitch along the bottom of the sweater. Now the stitches here are not very clear, so it's forgiving. You're kind of eyeball it, making a single crochet stitch along the way. So here is the bottom of the sweater. It's more clean now, and we're going to start making the first chain of the bridge. Continuing with the single crochet, we are going to chain 16 chain. So here are 16 chains. We are going to make a single crochet stitch into each chain. So insert your hook into the chain number 15 and insert one single crochet stitch into each chain, which is going to leave you with 15 single crochet stitch. So here are the last single crochet stitch, number 15. I really recommend you count them. Now to connect the ridge with the sweater, we are going to make 2 slip stitches. The first slip stitch with the sweater to connect this row we have just made, and the second slip stitch is to be the foundation to the new row we are going to make. Now to make the next row, flip over your work, and we are going to skip those 2 slip stitches, inserting your hook into the first single crochet stitch in the back loop of the stitch. So you're going to insert your hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through the 2, making a simple single crochet stitch along the way, which is going to make you end up with 15 single crochet stitches. Here I am at the last single crochet stitch, number 15, and to start your next row, chain 1, then flip over your work and insert your hook into the back loop of the stitch to make the ridge. Counting along the way to make sure they are 15 single crochet stitches, because it's so easy to mess it up. I am at the end of the row, the last stitch, and now we are going to make 2 slip stitches. I'm going to show you one more time. The first slip stitch to connect the row with the sweater, and the second slip stitch to be the foundation for the new row. We're going to continue like this. Skip the first 2 slip stitches, inserting your hook into the first single crochet stitch in the back loop of the stitch, and we are going to continue like this until the end of the sweater. So now to make the back, I forgot to film it, but it's just this big piece of vertical rows, and then make the bridge. We are not increasing here. I have made 19 chains because I wanted the back to be longer than the front, but you do whatever you like. As you can see now, I am the back panel and the front panel. I have made, to connect them together, I have made this white mark at the row number 10. We are not going to stitch. We are going to stitch until this white mark, because the rest is going to be the neckline. So we're stitching with a simple slip stitch. We are just making sure that the first row is with the first row and the second row with the second row from the front and the back panel. Making a simple slip stitch until the mark we have just made. So here I have connected the first part, and this is the second part, and the last stitch we are going to chain 1, then finish your work. So now I have connected the shoulders together. Now we are going to connect the sides, so leave a part for the sleeve. I left 30 stitches from the front panel and 30 stitches from the back panel, and then we are going to chain until the end of the sweater, until the bottom, with a simple slip stitch. The stitches here are easy to see. Make a simple slip stitch along the way. I didn't stitch all the sweater until the bottom because I wanted to make this part. I didn't want it to be all stitches together, but you can do whatever you like. Here, the sleeves, we are going to make this part for the sleeve like this simple ridge for the sleeve to make it a little bit nicer and a little bit more tight. To start with a slip stitch, putting your hook into the first stitch from the armpit, making a simple single crochet stitch along the way, but we are inserting the hook under the stitch itself, under the double stitch itself, if I'm making any sense, as you can see. Insert your hook under the double stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through too. We are going to continue like this until the last chain. Here I am at the last chain, and as you can see, the ridge we are trying to make like a bracelet. Now make a slip stitch. Now we are going to chain 2 and make a simple single crochet stitch along the way to make the sleeve a little bit tighter. You are going to insert your hook into the chain this time. And we are going to continue like this until the last chain, ending with a slip stitch. Chain 1, finish your work. So here we're almost done, but this is the neckline, and we need to make it look nicer than this. So we are going to insert our hook into the middle of the neckline, making a simple single crochet stitch along the way. So chain 1 and making a simple single crochet stitch into each chain. We are going to continue like this along the neckline. I'm going to meet you at the end of the neckline. Here I'm at the last stitch. Make a slip stitch, chain 1 and finish your work. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to clean all these threads and show you the final result. So here you go, guys. I hope you really liked this video, and I will see you next time.